Hey guys, Jackster, Free Auto Mechanic. Today we're going to be working on something a little different. We're going to work on a boat engine. This is a Yamaha Pro 50. This is an old two-stroke engine. This particular one is a three-cylinder. A week or so back, I put a fuel pump on this thing. Uh, Fuel pump works great. That turned out fine. Took it up to the lake, put it in the water. Uh, First time I've had it in the water in probably 10 years. Um, Long story short, it didn't run right. It was getting plenty of fuel. I pulled it back to the dock, and I had some extra spark plugs with me. So I swapped the plugs out, and it seemed to run worse than it did before I swapped the plugs. So I just loaded it back on the trailer, brought it back here, and I ended up finding that one of the new spark plugs that I put in was bad, and one of the coil assemblies on this engine was bad. So I went from having two cylinders to one cylinder. It made it worse on the lake. Caused me to bring it back. It needed to anyway since it has a bad coil. But I want to go ahead and show you guys how I went about seeing which coil was bad, which spark plug was bad, and show you how to swap that out. So the first things you need to do, of course, is get the cover off. There's a little lever on the back. Flip it forward. This is going to give us access to your engine. Inside here, I've removed two 10mm bolts that hold this cover on. That'll allow you to get in here to your wiring, and access to all the wires and stuff that's on your coil. One of the next things you want to do is go ahead and get your 13/16 and take your spark plugs out. You go ahead and just take all these off. I've already done it, so mine are loose. And there's a couple different ways that you can check for spark. I'm going to show you the way that I use. And I simply just put the spark plug back in the boot. Make sure it's got a good connection. And then we're going to touch this end of the spark plug, one of the bolts on the head, and I'm going to turn the key. That simple. And I'll crank the engine, and we just look for spark. That's going to give you an idea. In order to do a decent test, I want to get another spark plug, brand new. No, it's not fouled out. It's not 10 years old. Looks good. It's got a decent gap. Because if there's no gap here, it's not going to spark. So we still got a gap. See if we can get a spark. Okay, we want to check for spark. Now I went ahead and put 3 new spark plugs in because I know I had a bad one. And I've got all 3 run up, and they've got good ground on each one of them. We'll go ahead and crank the engine. It appeared that this one's sparking, this one's sparking, this one is not. So what you can do is we can switch spark plugs. The guarantee, we know this they were working before, and then test it again. That's how you can tell if your spark plugs are good. Now, we've already checked them. I've got new spark plugs. So we surmise that this coil's good, this coil's good, this coil is bad. We got no spark on that one spark plug that was hung up here. So we know that these are still good. We can go ahead and install them. If you want, get those out of the way. I'm going to show you a tool I use to make sure that we've got power to the coils. Because hey, this thing's old. A mouse could have got in there, could have chewed on the wiring. So I've got this power probe, and you hook it right to your battery. Positive, positive, negative, negative. And this tool is phenomenal. It's got a light you can look on. You can push forward, and it's going to apply power to this. Push backward, it's going to apply ground. So you can apply the battery positive or the battery negative right through this, and you can also check it. If you touch this to a wire, it'll show you whether it's positive or negative. Pretty cool. So what I want to do is I want to go in here, and you can check one that you know is good, so you can see what it looks like on your readings. Now we want to make sure they've got good grounds. And you can see that lights right up green. We know we've got a good ground. You want to check the power. You can unplug it, or you can slide this down in there. So you've got a nice reading. And then we'll go turn the key on. If you watch this, this flutters back and forth. That lets you know that the current is alternating through there. So that's what a good one looks like. You can do that across all three of these, and you're going to get the same reading. What this is telling you is that all of this stuff in here, your controller or ignition module, is providing the right signal to these coils. So the only thing left is the coil itself. Alright, so we can try and move some of this wiring around if you need to. Try and help gain access to these two bolts. The two 10 millimeter bolts. You can see they use the same bolts for your ground. You just disconnect power, remove the coil. Get your new coil. And of course, if you need one, I've got links down below in the description. If you need a new coil, new spark plugs. Now, this is what was sent to me in the mail. And looking at it, it does not appear the same. Now it says that this is designed for this engine. So it apparently is an upgraded version than this one. Probably costs less to make, but this is what it calls for. I looked it up specifically. But we'll only need the one bolt instead of two when we go to put it back together. Hook your power wire up. Probably do that first. Now that you've got it installed, you could check it for spark if you wanted to. And now that we've confirmed spark, we know we're good. We can go ahead and put everything back together. Get all your wires tucked away. Get your ignition module cover put back on. Get that taken care of. Put our cover back on. Get it locked down. And you're all set. Thanks for watching.